Good morning, everyone. My name is Kike Johansson, and this is Skyway Presentation and Training. This is the AM edition of the weekend webinar. I'll briefly introduce myself. I'm Kike Johansson, the Skyway Invest Group African representative. I'm a private investor. I'm a Skyway shareholder. I'm a manager in the company. I'm originally a fashion designer. You can contact me on my social media, on my WhatsApp page, if there's any need for it. And I will also encourage you to join the group on Facebook. Before I proceed in this presentation, I want us to look critically into this. This is the compliance risk disclaimer. I'm just going to tell you that what I'm doing right now is not as if I'm talking as a stockbroker, neither am I talking as an investment advisor. Every information I'm going to share with you now is based on the information given by the company, and you hold yourself the responsibility of investigating and getting the due diligence by yourself to make your decision. So there are professional words that is related to this business that I'm going to be using, and that is EIPS, meaning Educational Information Products, and PIPES, that is the pre-IPO private equity shares, also known as bonus equity. This refers to the IPO, refers to the non-initial public offering. IPO is not non-referred public offering, but IPO is initial public offering. So all these and the bonuses are what we're going to be using as the terms to relate with you in this presentation. So what is Skyway? Skyway Transport Technology is about rail transport technology of the new generation. And this is coming in a time like this that the world actually needs it very badly. And whatever we are talking about now, there's something in it for you. So we'll get to the bottom of that with time. The educational investment packages are packages that are being given to us when we register with this company and we choose one of the packages, which I'll show you here. When you choose one of these packages, it only shows your indication that you want to be part of Skyway Invest Group, and you are also interested in the pre-equity shares of the company, which will come as a bonus, and you are also getting financial education from Skyway Invest Group owners. We also have an additional opportunity with this business. It means if you join Skyway Invest Group, you can just be a casual investor, or you take it up as a business, and I will explain this as time goes on. What we are doing here is we are using the crowdfunding possibility to raise money for a particular project that I just mentioned, and I'm going to tell you detail about it. What Skyway Invest Group is doing is not strange, neither is it coming for the first time. Since the year 2012, it has become legal to use the crowdfunding to raise for upcoming ventures. So Apple did that in the past, Google did the same thing, Alibaba did that, Facebook did that, so many other big corporations has done that. And in this case, Skyway Invest Group is doing that. But before Skyway started into the crowdfunding venture, which allows everybody to become part of it, there are partners that this company has got in the past. And these partners are big corporations and international organizations like United Nations, and reputable individuals have put their money into this project. And what project are we talking about? We're talking about the Skyway technology. The inventor is Dr. Anatoly Yuniski. Dr. Yuniski is the one who invented this project, and he started with it since 1978. Dr. Yuniski is a scientist, and he has a lot of credits and awards a lot of scientific works to his credit. So he is developing Skyway technology as a solution to the world. And now he's seated in one place called Marina Gruka in Minsk. That is where the certification center for this operation is. And there's also the administrative office and the manufacturing complex of Skyway Technologies in the place that the address is on the screen that you can see in Minsk, Belarus. That is where this company is seated with over 800 staffs that are working with Dr. Unisti on this project. I told you from the beginning that the entire project started in 1978, and the part of crowdfunding did not start until 2014. This project was divided into 15 stages, representing the successful phases of each of the stages. So at this moment, we are on stage 12 of the 15 stages. And at this moment, the stage 12 just represents the point that the technology has been adopted. And the technology has been adopted by several countries around the world. So this is showing the progress about the project. I mentioned to you earlier that crowdfunding is what Skyway is using to raise capital for this project. I'm going to talk about the project later, but then you can also see that the stages on this which project is stage 12. I will not lie to you, this project is highly risky, but the truth of the matter is at this moment, it has become a profitable venture. Even though it's yet to go to the public domain, it's not yet in the IPO, but the company has made tremendous profit compared to what has been invested into it up to date. So this gives us the assurance that the project is actually making tremendous progress. And how do we come into this, and who are we? We are partners with Dr. Unisti, and we come into Skyway through the gentleman called Andrei Kovatov. He's the CEO of Academy of Private Investor and also the CEO of Skyway Invest Group. What Skyway Invest Group is actually doing is an educational investment portal and is the trademark of Real Skyway system. The mission is to educate people about the importance of financial and investment education. Having done that, the company also offers us the opportunity to be co-owners of this technology that we are financing. And that is also giving the opportunity to become one of the shareholders in the future using this instrument called crowdfunding. As we raise funds for this project, we also stand to benefit as shareholders in this business. And that is what Skyway Invest Group is all about. So Mr. Kovatov is actually teaching people how to create wealth. And when you have the financial education, it's possible for you to make decisions on investments and other businesses that you would like to be part of. What is this technology I'm talking about? The technology is about transport technology. This transport technology is a new dimension and new innovation in the transport sector. Skyway Transport Technology is a streams kind of technology that is operating at the second level, that is 10 meters or more above human. It's not underground or on the surface of the ground. So it comes with its own vehicles and infrastructure. The vehicles comes in different models, shapes, colors, and designs. It is actually flexible and it can be changed. The general designer has a lot of designs for different models of this transportation. For example, we have the Urban Skyway. The Urban Skyway is for short distances, and the distance can be up to 200 kilometers. So it's got a speed of 150 kilometers per hour, and it's got the possibility of moving 50,000 passengers per hour. It's actually supposed to be a passenger vehicle. So it is very flexible, and it has been one of the solutions to transport problems that the world is facing. Then we also have the other one that is called Unibike. Unibike comes in different models and it's got 6 different designs. It's got the single seater, it's got the double seater, it got the 3-seater, it got the 4-seaters, 5-seaters of the Unibike is also available. So it means it can be used as private vehicle, it can be used as commercial, it can even be used as a sports vehicle. And also, Skyway has got the cargo solution. The cargo is supposed to move goods from one place to another, and this performance is 150 kilometers per hour, and it's also capable of moving 200 million tons per year from one destination to the other. So bringing a solution to transportation system, Skyway has been able to provide a kind of solution to this problem, and coming with its own special infrastructure. It is specially built in such a way that everything that it needs is built into it. It runs in a system that builds up the energy and communication. It is using power, electricity, and will be supported by solar. And also the communication system is inbuilt in the rail that is moving on it. So this gorgeous technology is being manufactured and put together, and Skyway Technology companies has the intellectual right to this property. So they are the only one making everything it takes for the Skyway transport to move around the world and move people from one place to the other, meaning people have access to this only through Skyway Invest Group. Well, this team has been able to develop, this group has been able to develop a team of like-minded people from around Africa and in other countries around the world, which are also partners in raising funds for this project. And in doing that, we have been able to establish that we are also interested, and Skyway Invest Group, which is raising funds for Skyway Technology and financing the project. We have a lot of us that are part of this project from around the world. This project has been certified at different points, at different stages of manufacturing, and also it's got the patents registered in different countries around the world, in the USA, in Canada, in different parts of Europe, in Asia, and in so many other countries around the world. So this is already certified and recognized. When you are part of Skyway Invest Group, you will have more detail about how this is working. So I just need to show you briefly. I don't want to show the videos now, but I'll give you the link to the videos later so you can see what it looks like. These are the kind of solutions that Skyway Transport Technology is providing. This is the product that we are raising funds to do. This transport technology comes completely with its own infrastructure, and we can see the suspended type of it and the mounted type of Skyway. So it can actually function in any terrain, in the wilderness, in the jungles, on top of water, in the mountains, and without having to destroy anything. So this makes it cheaper and easier to maintain, you know, because you can see that the rail can even handle different type of Skyway vehicles. You can see the mountain high speed there, and you can see the suspended cargo there. So that's the way this operates. And different countries around the world have adopted this. I said that this project is at stage 12. The stage 12 means at this point, the project is being adopted. We all know that infrastructure is responsibility of the state. So different countries are coming in. And as individuals, what we are doing is just raising funds to make sure that this project sees the light of the day, it becomes feasible, it becomes a commercial project, and different states are adopting it for it to run in their countries. So among the states that are already signed MOU with Skyway Transport Technology is Indonesia, Australia, India, Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Ireland, and United Arab Emirates is also part of the countries that have started this. As a matter of fact, as we speak, the construction for Skyway Transport Technology has started in United Arab Emirates, and we are expecting that the first phase will be completed latest, let's say, by the middle of 2019. The one that is actually expected to show off first is going to be the high-speed Skyway. This is what the high-speed looks like. The high-speed is such a gorgeous and beautiful vehicle that you don't even want to believe that this is real. But in actual fact, this is real. This is inside and out of the high speed of Skyway. This was exhibited for the first time at the InnoTrans 2018, which held in Berlin, and I was privileged to be part of the people at that exhibition. I can tell you from what I saw, it's like, it is amazing. Everyone who came to that exhibition find this very interesting, and they ask a lot of questions. Even so many other companies that came with their own real technology for display, they came to Dr. Uniski and started discussing. They all agree that Dr. Uniski has actually come with innovation into the real transportation of the world. So that gives us more assurance that we are actually in the right direction and the best is yet to come. So the world is seeing a new dimension in transportation. EcoFest is another occasion that Dr. Uniski used as an opportunity to bring his clients together, to bring his partners together. EcoFest 2018 was held in August, and myself and two of our team members, two of our leaders were also at EcoFest. So with our own eyes, we already see this, and we experience riding in this Skyway transport system. So the next EcoFest, I'm sure, is going to be in 2019. It would be very nice if Skyway Transport Technology is not yet operating commercially around the world, for you to be part of those people who will also experience it. And it's nice to see for yourself so that you know that we are not talking friction here. You can see how people are reacting and where these things are made, how they operate, and how they are being certified. So the opportunities that are in this for us is that we can become a professional investor. You'll be educated by the Skyway by the Skyway Invest Group, which is under the control and coordination of Mr. Andrei Kovatov. His main objective is to make sure that people have financial education so they can make informed decision when it comes to investment. And is using this Skyway technology as a practical example that, you know, even when you are investing, and this is an example of what to get from investment, and that is what a lot of us are actually experiencing. Some of us just know about shares, but this is the first time we are getting into the in-depth of how it works, and that is what you can get being part of the Skyway Invest Group. It makes you a professional to some extent. Then you'll be able to create passive incomes. There's opportunity for you to make money in different ways with Skyway, not only as investor. If you want to be an investor only, that is fine. Then you will only be an investor. But if you really want to make a career here, you have the opportunity of making passive income, and you will also have the opportunity to build a portfolio of investment worth billions of dollars. You will be able to leave legacy by helping others, and also you will be able to follow your passion, and you will have time to do things that you are actually passionate about. Then there are other potential that is also available with this company. At this moment, from 2014 to this time, the science and high-tech part of it is what is ongoing now, because we see the manufacturing of this technology and the infrastructure, and it has been proved and tested and certified to be able to move human and goods from place to place. Then the manufacturing market is still ongoing now, because these vehicles are being manufactured now, even though it's not yet in the market, but it's being manufactured now. And we are going to see the real estate and the forex part of it from 2020, between 2020 and 2025, because then Skyway will have gone to the stock market. At that point, it's going to be available for sales and to be bought by people who are interested. In any transport sector, insurance is very important. So insurance part of this company, we start in the year 2018, and between 2018 and 2030, they are looking at insurance because the vehicles need to be insured and all the passengers also need to be insured. And that is a very big market because Dr. Uniski is looking at 1/3 of the world population using Skyway Transport Technology as a means of moving from one place to the other. Of course, the banking sector is very important because then the money that will be involved is going to be banked and used by banks. So the company is looking in the future of setting up its own banking sector. So how possible is all of this? It is possible because this is a registered and a legitimate company. So this company is registered in the British Virgin Islands, and here I show you a copy of the registration certificate that proves the authenticity of this company. And when you come in as an investor and you buy the educational investment package and you get the PIPES, which is the pre-equity shares of Skyway Invest Group, you will be given a share certificate like this. That you will have to wait until the end of this project, which is going to be stage 15. At the moment, we are at the stage 12, hoping to move to stage 13 this very month. So until the project gets to stage 15, you will not be able to sell or get money for your shares. But then you will have the share certificate as a proof of your purchase. And of course, it is electronically stored, but then you can get the hard copy if you want. So at that point, we are hoping that the commercial projects will be in place. For example, the Indian commercial project is on because India has already signed the MOU and recruitment and planning is already in place. So this is going to see, I mean, you can see from the map, the movement and the map where Skyway will be run for the first phase of the project in India. So at this point, the worth of the company will be increasing because then the company will be making money as a result of people using this technology from place to place. And this is expected to happen in different countries. Even though we have about 18 countries that have signed the MOU, the construction has not started in all the places, but in India, Australia, and also in United Arab Emirates, the construction is in full gear in United Arab Emirates, but in the other locations, they're still slowing down so that the one in United Arab Emirates will take off first. Now, I mentioned to you that what Mr. Andrei Kovatov is doing is creating financial education for people to be educationally informed on how they are going to invest and also other things to do with their finances concerning this. So there is a professional course that is attached to this project, and it is called the Master Profile course. The Master Profile is a course that gives you the opportunity to have good knowledge of Skyway Transport Technology, and also it gives you a full opportunity to be part and parcel and benefit in diverse ways with Skyway Invest Group. When you have this professional training and you know everything about Skyway Transport Technology, then you'll be qualified to be a company representative. You'll be qualified to be a coach teaching and helping others to know about this project. You'll be given the education to be able to build a team that will help you to work and in turn gives you money. You will also be able to negotiate on behalf of the company as a project initiator. Project initiator means you have the contact to meet people in authority who will actually approve or start the project in the country that you are connected to. So Master Profile is very important for anyone who will like to build a career here. It's not as if you must, but it's advisable that, of course, if you are doing anything, it's good to know about it very well. But if you don't want, it's okay. But for you to build a career, if you want to be a leader, if you want any of those opportunities that I just mentioned before, then the Master Profile is very important. So I will encourage you to do the Master Profile. Now the Master Profile has been divided into 3 stages. So you have the Master Profile Level 1, Master Profile Level 2, Master Profile Level 3. We can talk about that later so that you understand how that works. And the basic thing is, if you are interested at all, everyone is qualified to enroll for the Master Profile Level 1, which is costing $350 from today. Also, we have the express qualification in this career. Because there is career ladder, you can start as a client and you can become a president in this company. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you want to be in the system and you want to run this as a career, then you can do that. The point at which you start benefiting fully is when you are a consultant. And also the company gives you the opportunity to jumpstart this career. You can start immediately as a consultant in this company by buying what we call express qualification. To become an express consultant means you make a payment of $4,220, and that will qualify you as a consultant. Then what do you benefit as a consultant? Your benefit as a consultant is that you have unlocked the potential of earning to infinity. As a consultant, you have bonuses on everyone that comes into your structure. And this is the way it looks like. This is being a consultant. You get 8%, 7%, 5%, 4%, 3%, and 1.5%. These are generations from 1 to 6 generations. And as a consultant, you get that to infinity. But before you become a consultant, if you are just ordinary partner who just come in, everybody will benefit too. So you get 8%, 7%, and 3%. But as an agent, you started building a career. So as an agent, you get bonus up to 4 generations. That is, you get 8%, 7%, 5%, and 4%. This percentage that you are getting, somebody should ask me, where is it coming from? This money is coming from an understanding that is between Dr. Anatoly Yuniski, the inventor of the project, and Mr. Andrei Kovatov, the CEO of Academy of Private Investor. They reached an agreement in 2014, and the agreement says Mr. Andrei Kovatov will provide financial education for people, and that is what he has been doing for over 30 years. But at this point, when people pay to buy the educational investment packages, he offers the education, and he also gets pre-equity shares from Dr. Anatoly Yuniski, who is the inventor of Skyway Technology, because 65% of whatever money comes into his investment education will go to the project of Skyway through Mr. Andrei Kovatov. So that is how we come in. Whatever investment we are making, 60% goes to Dr. Yuniski, and we get the pre-equity shares of Skyway Transport Technology in replacement for that. So the remaining 35% is staying with Mr. Andrei Kovatov, which is using to develop the team of people who are promoting and marketing the Skyway technology. And that 35% is what has been shared like this for people like us to benefit as additional, because then we are doing additional job by not just investing by ourselves only, also bringing other people in. And having said that, Mr. Kovatov, through the Skyway Invest Group, has also added additional means of income for us in this. And the incomes are about 6 for now, even though they are going to be much more because there are so many other things that are being added as Dr. Yuniski is developing the project and we're making progress. Then there are additional means of income that are being created day by day, and soonest it will be updated officially. So there are ways you can make money with Skyway Invest Group, and one of the ways is you can make money today through the compensation plan that I just showed you. That is, you get the 8%, 7%, 5%, 4% bonuses from the investment of whoever you have worked to bring into the company. Then tomorrow represents what you can do after you have acquired the professional training, which is master profit in the company. You'll be qualified to be the company representative. You'll be qualified to make a percentage from big contracts. you'll be qualified to also make percentage from project initiation if you have a contact to bring a state on board. Then in future, which is more important to all of us, and which is what some people just settle for, is when the company has gone to the public domain. That is, if it has gone to the stock market, at that point, it must have got to stage 15. Now it has stage 12. So when you get to stage 15, it is going to go to the public domain. And at that point, the IPO will be available. The IPO is the initial public offering, which we now allow the shares of the company to be sold and bought by different people around the world. Then we will also be able to have these IPOs and also be able to get dividends. So you get dividends on your shares. Dividends is the reward that you get when a company that you put your money in starts making profit. So they're going to share the profit with the investors, and that's the dividends. And you get that for the rest of your life. It's actually hereditary. If you don't sell your shares out, if you don't sell your shares and move yourself out of the company, you remain co-owner of the company forever. Even after death, your children can still continue to benefit from this. And that's the whole idea about financial education and how people can permanently benefit from Skyway Transport Technology of Dr. Adatoni Uniski. So, like I mentioned, the career in Skyway, what it takes to build a career is building a team. What do I mean? Introducing somebody who will also introduce somebody. These are only done by people who are interested in the marketing part of it. If that is not your interest, you don't have to do it. You can as well just invest, get your share certificate, and wait until the company goes to IPO and you get what belongs to you at the end of the day. So these are things that are very important for us to know. And I would also like you to see what the packages looks like and how it also benefits us individually. For example, if you choose to invest $1,000 and you get the package for $1,000, that will give you 45,000 equity shares. Skyway shares will be declared for $1 per share at the end of stage 15, which will be about 2 years from now. So it means your investment of $1,000 is capable of giving you 45,000 shares, which in turn means $45,000 when it is in the stock market. If also, for example, you invest $4,200, which is the new price for Express Consultants, then you will get 240,000 equity shares, meaning at IPO, your $4,220 is capable of giving you $240,000 in day one. And of course, after day one, when the public have access to start buying the shares of the company, it starts growing almost immediately. And Skyway also gives you the opportunity to be part of this. Like Dr. Uniski said, Skyway Transport Technology is the project of the people and is looking at getting 1/3 of the world population to use Skyway. So he's also interested in making millions of people co-owners of this project within. And we can also benefit as we are also co-owners of the company. So it does not matter if you have money or you don't have money. If you have small money and you are determined, it's a matter of your decision that will give you this opportunity. So Dr. Uniski make it possible and flexible for people to partake in this by giving the opportunity for installment payment. What does that mean? It means if you sign a contract of $1,000, you can make the payment in installment of 10 months by paying $100 per month. This gives you 40,000 instead of 45,000 that you get if you pay at a go of $1,000. But then that's a big privilege because it's not everybody who is willing to part with $1,000 at once. But at the same time, that does not deny them the opportunity to be co-owners of this company. So you can actually sign that buy as much as $100,000, which will allow you to pay $10,000 per month. And you can buy for $5,000, which I mean $50,000, which will give you the opportunity to pay $5,000 per month. And you can see what each of those packages give. For example, if you are investing $50,000, you will be entitled to 3.25 million shares. And that is what you get from day one. So it's nice if you can get as much as you can. And as the project is proceeding, we are moving very soon from stage 12 to stage 13. The volume of equity shares that you get for each prize is definitely going to change. The reason is because the value of the project is appreciating. So the number of shares that will come with 1,000, for example, which is now 45,000, is probably going to reduce. I don't know what percentage, maybe by 50%, maybe by 40%, but definitely the same amount will not give you the same value. But if you already sign an installment contract at stage 12, it will not matter what it changes to when it is stage 13. You'll still maintain the same contract and the same condition, but you will have to maintain that standard. You will not default. And that means you will have to pay your money as at when due. In that case, you will have the number of shares that has been promised to you in this project. So that is all I have to tell you now about Skyway Invest Group. I know there are so many questions that you want to ask. I know you need to know much more, but then you can contact me and get more information. Or you talk to the person who actually invites you or sends you this presentation. That person will be able to give you information. And also, I need to let you know, for you to be part of Skyway Invest Group, then you will need to register through somebody. And that somebody is the person who is informing you about this. Either a friend or a relative, or if you are just looking at this, if you just stumble on this, then you can contact me. But whoever has introduced you to Skyway is the person who will give you the link to make your registration, and then you'll be part of the company. And this person will also guide you, because there are other things that you need to know. So this person will be able to help you to get into the business fully, and you'll be able to maximize your opportunity of being part of Skyway Invest Group. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate you for coming. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put it in the chat, or write a private message, and your questions will be answered later on. So this is the end of the AM edition of the weekend webinar, and in the evening, we are coming back. So if there are questions waiting in the chat box, they need to be addressed in the evening webinar. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you all. So see you again in the evening. Bye for now.